ground, I believe, when it actually happened that year. But Jim's job was to make the event a bigger event. He said to me, if the game was no good, it had to be a great day. So if it was a blowout, the idea was, let's make it a great day where someone walks away and feels like, whether it was on TV or in the crowd, that they've experienced something, which still holds today. That year also was the start of the grand final parade. So that was all part of this idea to make it bigger. So his thing was, I need to get someone to come and sing and build tension just before the game starts. So he goes and gets Barry Crocker, who sings The Impossible Dream before the game.
Good choice for what it's worth.
And it's all about it's brand before brand was a thing. Even the parade, his idea was, the parade goes from Parliament House, from Parliament House to Maya, and it was this idea of, we want to make sure the VFL is this icon of the city, like Parliament House and like Maya's was. So this is all happening. He gets Barry Crocker, sings Impossible Dream, and then sings Advance Australia Fair. And we've got a quick grab of Barry singing Advance Australia Fair.
Australia's sons, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, golden soil and well.
So this is a new anthem at this stage, isn't it?
It's not the national anthem. So the national anthem at this stage was still God Save the Queen. Now, God Save the Queen is played afterwards as an instrumental where Barry stands in the forward pocket with head bowed, respectfully listening to, and the players respectfully listening to God Save the Queen as the national anthem. But this Advance Australia Fair does not become the national anthem officially until the mid-80s. So
there's a lot to this, including Barry's positioning. He's standing in the forward pocket, right forward pocket at the city end.
Yep.
Singing into the centre square.
Yeah, he's got his back to the crowd.
The crowd that
he's singing. The players are lined up essentially inside the 50-metre arc, and he's singing to them and to the I suppose the rest of the ground. But he's in the forward pocket on a very small pedestal, not a big stage, as we now know. Yeah. Small pedestal, and when they play God Save the Queen, his head is bowed. I think
some of your finest work here is gathering the letters to the editor. So can I run ahead?
Go for it.
Athlete Bazani from Ballarat wrote, "What a complete flop our national song Advance Australia Fair was at the grand final. Barry Crocker appeared to be the only person in the vast crowd who knew the words. Why not give Waltzing Matilda a try next Saturday and see whether the crowd responds a little better?" And Athley's point is well made, because Barry Crocker
has cue cards in front of him. On the vision, he's singing and he's looking down at his hand with the words. So he didn't know Advance Australia Fair at all. And so that was right. But I don't want to say it's a flop. So they also let off 20,000 balloons, which is that's a theme that goes throughout, that eventually is pulled up because of the EPA.
Luke, how many species of wildlife we killed resulting from the 50,000 balloons released each year, which was one of the most iconic parts of the grand final.
I think it's the one that, apart from the environment part of it, visually ages the best is the balloons that let go. But Barry did make it, like, it was good. Barry made an impact, because the last quarter of the 1977 drawn grand final, start of the last quarter, Barry is referenced as the ball is bounced for the last quarter.
An historic premiership, the impossible dream.
That's right, the impossible dream. As Barry Crocker sang before the start of this grand final, the Wooden Spooners last
year. So Barry he's one of the only performers to actually be mentioned in the last quarter of a close grand final.
Yep.
So Barry Crocker, I give a tick to Barry Crocker.
Yeah, I think the evidence, other than the really odd staging of it, I agree. I think Barry Crocker is a good sound starting point.
And the difference is at this time, they are not performers like we have performers now who come out and perform their greatest hits. They were simply performing an anthem or an Australian song just before the game starts to get the crowd whipped up.